All right, hey everybody, Mike again here with another Apple review. I apologize for not doing one over the past few days. I kind of came down with a little bit of a flu. An apple a day will keep the doctor away, but it doesn't necessarily keep the flu away. I am very excited for today's review. Today I am reviewing the Cameo apple. Now, I've never even heard of a Cameo apple before, and it's one of the reasons I'm so excited about this. Apparently, the Cameo apple is a naturally occurring hybrid between a Red Delicious and a Gold Delicious. They are most popular in the northeast of the United States, an area of the country that I've never lived or really never spent any time in. So I've never even heard of it, never tasted one. If you're familiar with the Red Delicious and the Gold Delicious, you might be thinking like, okay, Mike, why are you excited to try this apple? Those are not two particularly good apples at all. The reason I'm so excited for this is because this is an apple that was sent to me from a fan of the show. So thank you very much to the Brindle family out of Maryland for they shipped me these two apples. They've been sitting on my counter for about 2 or 3 days. I think they took 2 or 3 days in shipping. My understanding is they're organic apples, or perhaps the family has like an apple orchard nearby that they went and picked them from. So I'm not sure like how long they've been off the tree. And one of the reasons, despite being a little bit sick, the apples have started to degrade a little bit, and so I just wanted to go ahead and get this review done before they wore down too much. This apple here, I think is probably already gone. There are a few soft spots on this apple, but I'm going to try and work around them and get at least a fair review of the apple. There's one bad one there, but I'm going to work around it and like get a pretty good, try and decent review out of it. What I'm expecting out of this apple, the Golden Delicious is known for being a very fragile apple. It bruises, it degrades very quickly. The Red Delicious is known for being a very bland and tasteless apple. It's kind of like juicy. It is typically in there, but more from like a water factor. So it's just like eating water, and almost like a cardboard texture is sometimes associated with the Red Delicious. So it'll be interesting to see what the Cameo apple is like, but I've never had one before. So let's go ahead and get our first bite in. To just open it up, we'll take our second bite, which is kind of my crunch evaluation bite, and then we'll figure it out from there. So my soft spot is right there, so I'm going to come in right here. Yeah. So, hmm. So, yeah, one of the first things I recognize is like, oh, Red Delicious texture. Like this is, I would rate it. Oh man, probably. And so I don't know how much of this is based upon how long it's been sitting on like counters and shipping from Maryland here to Chicago. So there could be some aspect of that, sure. Um, and it's been a long time since I ate a Red Delicious as well. I've been like trying to really delay that review for as long as I possibly can. Um, the first thing I noticed is like no crunch at all. Like the crunch value is way below my Gala apple review. I think I may have gave the Gala apple like a 4 or 6 on crunch. I think a 4. This is pretty low down there. I feel like I need to. There we go. So I gave the Gala a 4 on crispness. Yeah, that's what I thought I did. I can already tell you this is going to be like a 2 on crispness. This is really low. If I thought the Gala was mushy, this is mushy. But in terms of sweetness, this is definitely more sweet than the Gala apple. And so I think that it picks it up from the golden. And so it actually makes me kind of rethink. I gave the Gala a 6 on sweetness, and it's actually kind of making me rethink my scoring on the Gala. Like, should the Gala be a 5 and this is a 6? I'm not sure. And once again, some of this could be just from the like organic, and it's been on some other family's counter for a while, shipped to me, been on my counter for a little bit. All of those are factors for sure. It's still very exciting to try a new apple that I never even heard of before. So. It's got a good amount of juiciness to it. Same amount of juiciness as I would attribute to a Gala apple. Definitely not as juicy as a sweet tango, or an envy apple, or even the cosmic crisp. Um, I would say just like your average amount of juiciness that you would expect from an apple. It's all sweetness, really. There's none of the tart back of the throat, like sides of the tongue, like juice, like like squirting. It's all sweetness in this apple. Skin very, very thin, and surprisingly, a lot of the apples I've been reviewing, they appear to have thin skin, but then the attributes of the skin, um, like as you're chewing them, they feel much thicker than what they portray themselves to be. Very thin skin, which I do like. That probably attributes a little bit to its fast breakdown, lack of like shippability, that sort of thing. Yeah. So I like the general flavor of this apple, like the flavor profile. I do like. It's just bland. Like if it could kick it up like 3x, like same flavor profile but just be more flavorful, that would be great. It's like a bland apple flavor. Texture wise, it's mealy. It's like it's kind of like eating like if cornmeal was formed into an apple, like that. That's kind of what it tastes like. Um, it's it's not something I would go in the store and look for, to be honest with you. But it's very exciting to try an apple that I've never had before. That's the point of this entire experiment, is for me to try new things. So once again, thank you very much to the Brindle family for shipping these to me. I really, really do appreciate it. Um, so my normal scoring factor, crispness. I'm gonna give this apple a 2 out of 10. Yeah, it's definitely less crisp than the Gala apples I had earlier. One of the things I didn't mention was size. These are like the size of softballs, whereas like comparatively, like my Gala apples were like maybe a little slightly larger than a golf balls. Like these are big apples, which is really cool. But anyway, so yeah, Crispness, a 2, solid 2 on this. Not a maybe even a 1, but I'm going with even numbers for some reason. In terms of sweetness, let's see. I gave the Gala a 6. I think I'm gonna give this a 6 as well. This, if I could go back in time and kind of push the Gala down to a 5, perhaps I would do that. But I'm gonna give this a 6. So Crispness 2, sweetness 6, skin very thin. I like the thin skin on this. The skin did not get in the way of like, oh, I'm eating an apple, and like the flesh of the apple versus like I'm just munching on some skin right now, which some of the other apples I've reviewed feel that way sometimes. So that's the Cameo apple, the hybrid of the red and golden delicious. Once again, thank you very much for watching these videos. I really do appreciate all the comments, feedback, subscribers. If you have an apple that you want me to try out, please leave comments below. Let me know. If you have unique apples that you can get to me, I'm happy to reimburse you for the cost of the apples and the shipping. We'll figure that out. Just get in touch with me. And yeah, once again, thank you very much. Have a good one.